Alright, everyone, stop eating corn. Period. Let's check it out. Whoa! Okay, a lot of fast moving, like, keep seeing screen after screen in this video, guys, like... Yo, that yogurt looked really good, though.
Everything is corn. French fries, potato chips, taco meat, soda, ketchup, mustard, yogurt, soup, cookies, mayonnaise, milk, beer, wine.
Literally, like, all that stuff, man. It's good then. It's corn, right? You know what I mean? The meme? Anyone remember the meme back then?
Bubblegum, ice cream, pickles, baby food. Even water bottles are made using corn.
Hey bro, it's easy to grow.
Virtually everything we put in our mouths is made with corn in some way, shape, or form.
You said virtually, bro. I'd say like 80%. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just lowballing.
Even the meat you eat is made from animals that are fed corn, with a whopping 95% of the grain fed to livestock in America being corn. Corn is also in candles, crayons, cleaners.
How are we gonna stop eating it then if it's everywhere, guys? Legit.
Fireworks, paint, plastic, glue, insulation, antibiotics, aspirin, makeup, battery, explosives, and most importantly, ethanol, which is found in almost all the gasoline in America.
Wow, really? That as well? I guess we are what we eat, guys. We might as well call humans corn at this point. What's up, everybody? Fan of... Oh, he said I look 43. Sorry, reading comments.
That's right, even our cars run on corn.
It's not just what we eat, it's in what we buy.
If we can grow fuel like that, I don't think we run 100% on corn. I mean, that'd be cool if it would. If we could, if it is.
And how we fuel up.
So just imagine what would happen if there was a corn shortage. Imagine what would happen if we couldn't grow it.
Corn's so delicious though, man. You add the butter to it. It's amazing.
Anymore. This one simple kernel is the difference between the modern world and us being blown back into the Stone Ages.
You call it corn. We called it maize. We knew all about the goodness of maize, corn. Before
Yeah, it's kind of creepy though, man. It's literally everything in
America was America.
You can't escape corn. Our modern society is completely dependent on corn. And all of this corn is secretly making us sick, fat. It's destroying the environments, while systematically robbing us of our
Whoa, okay, we're getting into the dark side of it, man.
money. But Big Corn doesn't want you to know any of this. Why? Because money. They don't want you to know that the corn industry is worth $86 billion or $10 billion more than the tobacco industry. They don't want you to know that high fructose corn syrup is secretly making you fat, even though there's literally no reason to be using high fructose corn syrup over natural sugar. And they don't want you to know that corn is the most subsidized crop in America, which is a nice way of saying money is coming out of your pocket in the form of taxes and straight into the pockets of Big Corn.
Bro, Big Corn is wild,
Big
man.
Corn has worked tirelessly over the last few decades to keep all of this under wraps, to keep the public secretly hooked on corn. And to understand just how calculating, just how cunning and terrifying Big Corn really is, we have to go all the way back to the beginning. Stay dangerous, subscribe for more, and this is the evil business of corn.
Evil businessman, what? Oh man. But think of what we would do without it. I mean, any business. Most business industries eventually have some, like, evil parts, right, guys? I don't know what to say, bro. But they also do a lot of good stuff, though, man. It's, you know what I mean? Imagine a world without corn. I think it would replace it with something else, right, guys? I don't know. The way we had a 2-minute intro for a 13-minute video, guys. Like,
You want to know what's more powerful than Big Corn? Grammarly Go. Grammarly Go gives you a personalized generative AI assistant at the palm of your
dang, bro, they upgraded. Remember when it was just correcting our grammar?
fingers as you type. For example, if you have a ton of emails
Now they got an AI assistant, man. What kind of world are we living in?
to reply to like we do, instead of writing replies from scratch, simply click the Reply Quickly button in your email draft, and Grammarly Go will give you a summary of what the
Whoa.
email is about and give you a few different ways to reply. And that is what makes Grammarly Go so special.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go wash my hands.
Instead of just generating a generic reply, Grammarly Go fine-tunes the text it generates based on your unique context, your
Dang, major upgrade from where it was, man. That's why we don't quit doing business, because, you know, we could have, like, we could just upgrade our business like Grammarly did, bro. We don't quit doing YouTube, man. Like, something amazing could happen. They're doing YouTube, bro. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Oh, man. My wrist hurts, guys.
preferred voice, your writing goals, and the app you're writing in. In this case, it's this email in Gmail. Then just click the reply you want to go with. You can adjust the reply with the click of a button until you're happy with it, and then just insert it into your email. You can also highlight specific
Yeah, you know, Grammarly does help, but, you know, it also sucks getting an automated email back. It just feels like a little bit ingenuine, but I know how it, like, it does help. As long as it's, like, you know, the answering what I ask and stuff, bro. But, you know, dealing with automated systems kind of sucks sometimes. If, you know, it's not actually like, functioning the way you want it to, right, guys? Like, if it's not functioning, if it's actually, you know, getting to the point and, you know, doing it what it's supposed to do, or, you know, answering the questions, is then it's cool. But, you know, like, you know, Facebook, one time I had like you know, one video removed from Facebook, and you know, I had to email Facebook back and with like info about the video and stuff to get like an appeal going, and they actually like they just sent me like automated emails back saying how it was I didn't provide enough information because I had no URL to the video. They didn't provide me to the URL with the video. I don't know, guys. I apologize for going on this rant.
parts of an email you want help with, click the Improve It button, and then you can use Grammarly Go to improve it from there. And the best part is that this AI tool is even available on Grammarly's free tier. But if you use our link grammarly.com/jaketrent05, you're gonna get 20% off Grammarly Premium. You are gonna be amazed at what you can do with Grammarly Go. So pause the video and click the link below right now. Thanks to Grammarly for sponsoring this video. Around 4
Yeah, shout out Grammarly for carrying us, man.
4,000 years ago, corn looked nothing like it does today. It looked more like a grass than a vegetable.
Hey, that's evolution, bro. We need more.
Instead of the big lump with
Really, just a grass, bro. We're good at this GMO stuff, I guess.
knobs that we all know and love today,
Come down today and try some corn, or we will sacrifice your newborn.
What the heck?
the stalks just had stems with super small cobs on them and kernels protected by a hard outer shell. This made ancient corn inedible. It was impossible to eat. So ancient Americans decided that they needed to do something about corn. So they started selectively breeding corn to weed out those negative traits while enhancing all the good stuff about it. And over time, the kernels will grow to be way bigger and way more tightly packed together. The hard shell disappeared to reveal juicy plump knobs that were way better suited for eating. So corn
Yay! Corn's awesome, guys. Corn plus butter, plus like freaking salt and stuff, man. It's amazing.
transformed from little stems to the huge edible cobs we know today. Modern day corn is a human invention, and all of these modifications basically remove the plant's natural seed dispersal system, which meant that if you didn't purposely farm corn, modern day corn would disappear, which would prove to be a problem today. Corn was America's first genetically modified crop, and over the next few thousand years, corn will work its way up
Really, the first ever, guys.
to become a staple of the American diets.
Dang, look at all of it, bro. You just that huge thing came from, like, you just harvesting that industrially, nearly, like.
We were nowhere near as corn crazy as we are today, but that would all change by the mid-1900s.
Shout out Jake Train for this video, man.
In the mid-1900s, the US government noticed that crop production was stagnating, and it was making them really nervous. With the country's population rising,
Also, about the AI stuff I was talking about, you know, AI's done some great things, man. Not only done bad things. Like some automated systems that Like, just help me. You know what I mean? Like, way more than what a human would, so.
They needed to produce more food than ever before, because nothing threatens your world more than a hungry population. But American farmers just couldn't ramp up production, so the government turned their attention towards corn. Even though corn wasn't a very nutrient-dense or reliable crop, corn had one super important trait: you could easily modify it. After all, if the ancient
So we just modify it more, guys. We get the minerals, we get the vitamins in there, we get the nutrition.
Americans could
And we make it taste good. How about that? How about
modify
that?
corn into whatever they wanted, imagine what we could do. So the US government started pouring a ton of money and attention into this one crop. They built irrigation systems. They developed new industrial fertilizers to keep up with how much nitrogen corn needed. They started using tractors and other mechanical tools to help corn flourish even more. And like magic, corn production went through the roof.
Sheesh, bro. Just in the past 10 years, man. Look at it, bro. Looks like we're going nowhere. We just keep going up with corn, bro. We're not
According
gonna
to the
go down.
USDA, the U.S. is the largest consumer, producer, and exporter of corn in the world.
Suddenly, the US had more corn than they knew what to do with, and running out of food was no longer a worry. So now the US was faced with the opposite problem. How do we make use of all this corn? The government knew that people just couldn't keep eating more and more corn on the cob, so they had to come up with new ways to integrate corn into society. They needed to diversify their corn portfolio.
Corn is milled by either a wet or dry process, so it's transformed into syrups and starches that also end up as ingredients in other processed foods people eat every day.
Guys, I find it fine. I'm not gonna lie.
And because
I'm pretty healthy right now. I'm not the healthiest, but
corn was subsidized by the
let's see his arguments.
government, it incentivized companies to come up with creative ways to turn the super cheap crop into expensive, high-margin products. And so, corn oil was invented, cornstarch was invented, cornmeal, corn flour, corn cereal, and other stuff like ethanol and plastics. All these things
See, all these amazing things, bro. It's made super cheap. It's like it's a driving force in our
came
industry.
into being because of these government subsidies.
So buy our cornflakes, you country cornflakes, you country cornflakes, please buy our cornflakes,
These are the advertisements back then.
you country cornflakes.
But the most important corn product to come out of this was a little sinister something called high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, sinister,
It's
guys.
very often, almost on a daily basis.
15 million children in the United States stepping on a scale with a weight considered obese.
Teenagers, America's future, the number of kids with diabetes doubled in less than 20 years.
Two studies out today that draw the same disturbing conclusion. Americans are not winning their battle against obesity.
Concentrated sweetener, from corn, high fructose. Fructose is a sugar. Corn.
Hey, we're barely just starting to genetically modify stuff. You know what I mean? There are a little bit of downsides, but I think we can work on them, right, guys? I don't think GMO's that bad. There are some dangers to it, but you know, come on now.
Corn syrup. It is a highly processed sweetener. In my view, it just stimulates us to eat more.
Just walk down the aisle of your grocery.
It's corn. Anyone remember that? Sorry, I know I said it before, but I like that meme.
Grocery store, check out the ingredients on labels, and you'll see the same thing over and over.
High fructose corn syrup is the first ingredient.
It's in pancake syrup, cookies, ketchup, jelly, even cereal and soup.
High fructose corn syrup is one of the main reasons why corn is everywhere these days. It's pretty much impossible to find any processed food that doesn't have high fructose corn syrup in it. And this stuff is really terrible for you.
High fructose corn syrup has crept
Dr. Eric Berg, I used to always watch this guy's videos.
into our food supply over the last few decades. Now, compared to regular sugar, it's cheaper, it's sweeter, and it's absorbed much more quickly by the body. Fructose was initially thought to be a better choice for diabetics due to its low glycemic index. However, high fructose corn syrup and high fructose in the diet leads to insulin resistance, to obesity, to type 2 diabetes, and high blood pressure.
But that begs the question, if corn syrup is so bad, why did food companies move away from cheap natural cane sugar to this expensive complex artificial sweetener made from corn out of all things? Why didn't they just stick with sugar? Well, it's because the business of sugar is very lucrative, and back in the 70s, Big Corn wanted in. During the 70s, corn had already infiltrated thousands of American products, but there was one last industry it hadn't conquered: sugars and sweeteners. If Big Corn could break in and take that over, they would make more money than ever before. But there was just one problem. Sugar was cheap and plentiful. It was imported from cheap foreign countries. So why would food manufacturers ever buy expensive corn syrup that was complicated to produce when they had an endless supply of cheap foreign sugar? So Big Corn got together and
why not, brother? Why not?
realized that there was only one real solution. If Big Corn couldn't beat sugar in a fair fight, they would have to play a little dirty.
The CEO of agricultural giant Archer Daniels Midland had an idea. Andreas had a close relationship with President Ronald Reagan and began lobbying to create a quota on cane sugar imports, claiming that the measure was necessary to protect domestic sugar companies.
It was the perfect cover.
What? But guys, like, so many chemicals are just made from like the corn extract.
Story. Put American farmers first. You want to support our farmers now, don't you? So as soon as Reagan signed that law into place, the price of sugar skyrocketed. And so every food manufacturer from Coca-Cola to Cadbury to Nestle all started looking for a cheaper alternative. And what do you know? You conveniently had a cheaper alternative in the palm of your hand: high fructose corn syrup. And Big Food ate it up. Now that high fructose corn syrup was cheaper than sugar, or should I say now that sugar was more expensive than high fructose corn syrup started being used in everything, and America's diet would never be the same.
I think we could just modify it so it's like, you know, healthy as sugar, and still, you know, just good tasting as sugar, right, guys?
Today, corn has infiltrated every single aspect of our modern society, like what we covered in the beginning of this video. And because America and the rest of the world is reliant on corn, guess what? The government can't let Big Corn go under. One little blip in the corn supply chain and we're all going down. So needless to say, Big Corn has become too big to fail. Which is why the corn industry gets more subsidies from the US government than any other crop.
Corn is too important for farmers, the US economy, and world hunger to be left entirely to chance. So the government ensures the value through subsidies.
And remember, subsidies is just a gentle way of saying the government takes money out of your pocket at the point of a gun and puts it into the pockets of Big Corn. From 1995 to 2010 alone, the corn industry was awarded around $90 billion in subsidies.
Dang, bro. I mean, what could we replace it with, though, guys? We're the best at growing things like corn and processing it. Like that, without Big Corn, like, you know what I mean? How could we feed like a lot of America in the world?
$90 billion. And it's not like your money actually goes to nourishing the country, like they want you to think. Nearly half of all the corn produced in the country goes right into ethanol, while the other half goes towards feeding livestock. Barely any corn actually goes to feeding people.
We eat the stuff that's feeded by the we eat the livestock, though. You know what I mean?
Portion that does goes into the most unhealthy junk food possible. Food.
But still, this stuff is it's better than starving.
That shouldn't even be allowed to be called food. And
cup of noodles are good, bro.
Corn farming isn't any better. Growing corn takes a ridiculous amount of water. Toxic corn fertilizer constantly washes off and pollutes America's rivers, lakes, and coastlines. Corn fields destroy the natural biodiversity of the country.
But yeah, if you couldn't tell, my outlook on this is I'm optimistic, bro. I think we can all solve these problems.
And growing corn is a major contributor to air pollution. According to Harvard, air pollution from corn production kills over 4,000 people per year and costs $39 billion in health problems every year.
Hey, if he was making a video about praising corn, I don't think it would get that many views. So many video essay style creators just do this kind of stuff.
Every single year. Corn is a poison to our environments, it's a poison to our bodies because we never evolved to be eating corn in the first place, and it's a poison to our wallets. And yet, there's nothing we can do but bend over and let big corn have their way with us. But corn is just the tip of the iceberg. See, it's not just food that's toxic in America, but our water supply is also insanely disgusting as well. And
was that orange juice? Imagine an orange juice faucet.
it's not just fluoride that we're talking about here. Our tap water contains a whole cocktail of chemicals and pharmaceutical drugs that disrupt our hormones and causes diseases like cancer, obesity, birth defects, and lower IQ.
Yeah, that's why I stopped listening to like nutrition related stuff, because it's hard to be healthy. It costs a lot, man. And you know, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna roll with it. Even if a lot of stuff I do, like even the water, down to the water is healthy, it's like hard to make these adjustments when I don't have that much money. So we'll adopt a healthy lifestyle once we get rich, guys, hopefully.
And all of that goodness is flowing through your faucet right now. And even if you only drink bottled water, well, that could be even worse depending on the brand you're buying. And we expose it all along with our personal recommendations for what to do in our new video on our new channel Evil Food Supply that you can watch right now by clicking the card on the screen. We started this channel because health is not wealth, health is the only thing you've got. And big government and big food
Someone said, missed our opportunity to call it the Cornspiracy. Facts, bro.
seem to be trying their damnedest to destroy your health. So click the card on the screen to watch now.
But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. I do like the video, but I don't agree with all of it. Much appreciated. I'll see you guys next one, okay? We live in Europe and we find it shocking that America could put high fructose corn syrup in your food and drinks. Like, it's so bad, it's never been legal here. Same goes for trans fats. Really, I didn't know. Did not know. The Mexican, a lot of our dishes revolve around corn. They have it for centuries, so I'm gonna eat it. Me too, me too. That's what I mean, that's what I mean. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this. I like corn. I do like corn. Peace out. I mean, I'm just a corn head. Later. Check out Jake Tran in the description. I'll see you guys next